Welcome to the Keep the Faith podcast. I am your host, Tori, and we're back at it again on this Tuesday. And of course, we are here for an amazing event that's coming up on January 27th. And it's going to be brought to you by Hello Again with Dominique McFarland and Corey. First, I want you both to tell us a little bit about yourself. And of course, we're going to start with Dominique, ladies first, of course. So, Dominique, tell us a little bit about yourself and also mention those that don't know, but everyone should know by now. But introduce yourself and also talk about your nonprofit organization, Hello Again.
Well, hello, everybody, and thank you so much, Tori, for taking the time to have us on your podcast on tonight. I am Dominique McFarland. I have a nonprofit organization for parents and families who have lost children. But more recently than not, Hello Again has expanded. Now we are also doing series as well, which is usually going to be between 4 to 6 weeks. We're dealing with people who have lost in general. We've been getting so many inbox, just a flood of people just asking, hey, we hadn't lost a child, but we're dealing with loss in other areas. Could you guys teach us the principles that you are using so we can apply it to heal as well? So we have expanded Hello Again also to for people who have just lost in general. And we are hosting these series to make sure we can connect with the community.
Okay. And actually, talk about the series that you're currently on because I missed the beginning and I didn't want to come on in the middle. But tell us a bit because I think is it good grief?
Yes, that's it.
See, I missed the beginning and I didn't want to come on in the middle of, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I missed the first session and I was going to ask you whether I could come, but I didn't want to, when you met, I want all of it. So are you going to offer it again or is there going to be a part two? Is there going to be a continuation of some sort?
Yes, it's going to be a continuation. Actually, even if you got on this coming Saturday, I believe that everything happens for a reason, and whatever's for you is for you, and you're going to still get what you need, even if you join late. So technically, you're never too late for the right things in your life. But anyway, it's a 4 week series. We are actually entering into the third week. And we named it Good Grief because our theme is the Peanuts game. If you familiar with Charlie Brown, Lucy, Pigpen, all of those characters we are using because they all represent something. Like this last week, the second series was about Linus and how he has his blanket all the time. So we talked about clinging to grief, how some people are just basically they are in a committed relationship with the pain because they don't know what else to do. I've already lost, but if I let the pain go, then what do I do with that? So anyway, long story short, we're using the characters from the Peanuts game to relate, to be practical so that you can, visualize yourself. This coming Saturday, our character is Lucy because Lucy is very controlling. So we're going to be talking a lot about, people who need to relinquish control when you're dealing with grief. So it's a 4 week series. It's going to be a continuation of it as well. And each 4 to 6 weeks, we'll have a different thing that we're coming from so that we can just broaden people's mind and introduce more practical ways to start to heal from grief or handle it better with different coping mechanisms.
That is so good. And the reason why I say that because I'm one of those people that hold on and cling to pain. It's like, you know how when you fall and you get the scrape point and you get the scab. I'm one of those people
Mhm.
that pick at the scab and continue to picking at the wound. And like, why am I not only wallowing in the pain, but causing
Mhm.
myself unnecessary pain? So that's good. I see. That's why I know I need to be on there. So
Yes, you
I have to
do.
come. And what time is it? What time are the sessions on Saturday evenings?
There's 7 p.m. and we've been trying to go an hour, but it's been so good. We've been going like an hour and 30 minutes. And the
Ooh.
time just goes so quick, but people are really opening up. We have people who are getting their breakthrough like I've never seen. So I know that this is ordained and appointed for this season in people's lives.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Well, you may see me pop in there on Saturday.
Yeah,
Now,
you're more than
Corey,
welcome.
listen, Corey. Now this is our first time meeting, And like this past Sunday, I had Jace the Reacher on my podcast, and he spoke so highly. He said Corey is a good dude. So tell us a little bit about Corey.
Okay, so I am Corey Thompson, aka they call me the all-purpose motivator. And the reason why is because I believe that each and every one of you have something inside of you. You have your purpose inside of you. And sometimes in life we need help to extract that very thing that God impregnate us with. And I am the all-purpose motivator because I love helping people reaching their desirable destiny and their goals. Not only that, I am also a trained holistic health coach, which means not only I motivate you to reach your purpose, your destiny, but also to help you reach your health goals. It is sad that so many of us we are dying from sicknesses and illnesses and disease. You can change that. You have the power to change that. So my ultimate goal is to put the power back in the hands of the people.
Mm.
In a nutshell, that's who I am. That's what I do. I'm also a host, an MC for various events. I'm just that type of guy who tries to be involved and help humanity. I'm happy when I'm helping. That's who I am in a nutshell.
I love that. I'm happy when I help and when I'm helping. I love that.
Mhm.
And Dominique, so you got an event that's coming up on January 27th, and we're gonna allow you to lead down. Even though you said Corey lead, I'm gonna let you lead because I'm pretty sure. Well, let me ask you this: who came up with the idea about the event that's coming up? That was your idea, right, Dominique?
Yes.
That was okay. So tell us how that came about. How did that? Why did you want to have an event such as this?
Well, I'm a thinker by
Hmm.
nature anyway,
Hmm.
and being that I am a thinker, I feel like if you change your mind about a lot of things, then you can change your life. Everything starts in your mind. Everything starts with a thought. So that's what the event is about, just helping people start to change their mind and get a different perception of how they see themselves so that they can change the things around them and internally, which is normally grief or anxiety or depression and things of that nature. So I reached out to Corey because we had collaborated on some things in the past before, and I thought that he would be very beneficial and just great with us collaborating on this particular project because he's coming from a holistic approach as well as just his food. If y'all never been to any of his events with his food that he do, that just kind of help you with your diet and help you in a more healthy way, learn how to eat better, it's phenomenal. So I was thinking, well, what a way to just for us to get together, for me to talk about the mind and him talking about the body, because basically we're going to be reaching the whole man. So that's what this event is about, reaching the whole man and basically changing your life. And I thought it'd be a phenomenal way to kick off the new year. Try to put some more positive thoughts in your mind, different affirmations of positivity, and also changing how you eat as well. Because what I'm learning is the different foods that we consume oftentimes trigger our anxiety, our depression, our grief, and things of that nature. So sometimes you got to change your mind and change what you're eating to change your life.
Oh,
Absolutely.
that was good.
Absolutely.
So Corey, this is what I want to ask you. Because Dominique, you really laid it out. You really set the foundation for Corey to just come on and just knock it out the box. You really set the foundation. So Corey, my question to you is, you're coming from a holistic perspective.
Mhm.
What sets the holistic perspective apart from just regular eating? Because I know, and then based on how you answer, I'm gonna ask you I'm gonna ask you a deeper question, related to me personally about my eating habits. But what sets holistic eating? What sets it apart? What makes it better for the mind and for the body?
Ooh, homostasis. So our body, we have a very, very, very smart body, and our body tries to remain balanced at all times. Okay. Unfortunately, our diet offset our body, and a lot of us we have diet-induced diseases, high blood pressure, diabetes, etc. So, a holistic approach. Imagine right now this is a pot. Okay, I have a pot in my hand. And if I stick my hand inside of that pot, Okay? What is the best way to get my hand back out of that pot? I can't go down to get it out, but the best way is to pull it back out. And our diet is the same way. So many of us, we eat ourselves into a sickness. Why not eat yourself back out?
Mm.
Is that simple? If you ate your way into diabetes or high blood pressure, if food caused it, then you can utilize food to bring you back out. Food and herbs and other things you can do to bring you back out. So, holistically speaking, you have the power to heal yourself without medicine. Now, take your medicine, go to your doctor. But keep in mind, you know your body more than anybody else on the face of the earth. And you have the power in your mind to heal yourself. Last thing, neuroplasticity. What is that? It is that you have the ability to alter your brain waves, to alter the chemistry that's inside of your body. In other words, you can make yourself feel better using your brain, using your mind. You are what you eat. As a man thinketh, so is he. So, holistically speaking, you have the power to control your destiny of your diet with with your mind and what's on your plate.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Well, let
See,
me ask
see,
you. Go ahead.
okay, so I'm like an old Baptist preacher, okay? Now that was my last statement was supposed to be my last statement, but this is my last statement, okay?
Okay.
So you have what you call a primary diet and a secondary diet. Your secondary diet is the food that's on your plate. That's your secondary. Your primary diet is your mind.
Mm.
Yeah, it's your mind. Because your mind can create so many sicknesses inside of your body. So if you can take care of your primary diet, which is your thoughts, how you see yourself, if you can take care of that, everything else is a domino effect. It'll fall in line. So if we can control your mind, we can control your destiny.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. See, I'm doing pretty good with the mind part, but my eating is terrible. I eat a lot of sugary foods. I like a lot of sugar. I suffer from migraines. I suffer from when I the last time I went to the doctor, I'm on a borderline of being a diabetic, and then I also have high blood pressure. But I
Mm.
love the sugar. It's for some reason I can't get away from the sugar. So last night I did go to Sam's. I bought some blackberries. I bought some cucumbers. I brought some oranges, and I do have to work on my water intake because my water intake, I used to drink water a lot, but I noticed that I'm not drinking water as much. And I know if I increase my water intake, then that'll probably decrease with the migraines as well. And I know for me, now I can only speak for Tori, I think that a lot of times when I eat a lot of sugar, that's increasing the migraines for me. Because I notice when I eat a lot of sugar, the migraines increase. I also notice that when I eat a lot of meat, that I have the migraines as well. So, coming from a holistic perspective, do you eliminate sugar altogether? Do you also eliminate meat altogether?
It depends on because some of my clients they are on a carnivore diet, which
Okay.
basically means they eat a lot of meat.
Okay.
So it really depends on your goal. As far as sugar, no, you still can do sugar. So here's the trick about sugar, okay?
Hmm.
Sugar and fiber goes hand in hand. So I like to tell my clients if you do sugar, have fiber with that sugar. Why? Because that help your pancreas. Inside of your pancreas, there's a cell called a beta cell that releases a hormone called insulin. Whenever you eat sugar, insulin is released from the beta cell. And if you have fiber with that sugar or with that meal, it helps so that your insulin won't spike. So to answer your question, you still can eat sugar in moderation or with fiber. Example. So I make granola bars. They are vegan granola bars. They're organic. They are natural. The oats, of course, good source of fiber. I use almond flour as well, good source of protein, as well as other ingredients as well. So you can have your sweets, you can have your desserts, but do it in a natural way, in an organic way. Now, I am not saying if you do your sweets in an organic way, I'm not saying that this will not affect your blood sugar. Yes, it still will affect your blood sugar. Okay? Sugar is sugar inside of your body. Maple syrup, honey, they are natural sources, but sugar is sugar inside of your body. But how it's processed by the body, it is
Mhm.
quite different. So to answer your question, you still can enjoy the fine things of life. You still can enjoy your sugar, but do it in a natural way. And then
Okay.
sometimes just tell yourself, I'm going this whole week, maybe on a carnivore diet to cut back on my sugar or my carbs.
Okay. Because I feel, and then I've actually tried the pescatarian diet, where I'm doing like the fish and I do like a lot of fish and veggies. And I noticed that when I do the pescatarian diet, that makes me feel better as well. The migraines are literally almost gone when I do the pescatarian, but I still like my chicken. I still like my beef, but so that was one of the things that I wanted to try to transition to. I said that I was going to become vegan, but I'm not there yet because I still love my eggs. I love eggs. If I can go without eating eggs, I think I can transition to vegan, but I love eggs a lot. So I don't know how that's going to work out for me. But tell us about some of the, like Dominique talks about some of the foods that you have. What are some of the foods that you have to promote the holistic lifestyle?
Okay, so let me say this real quick. I am not a health guru, which basically means I do not eat healthy 24/7. Okay.
Okay.
But I keep it very, very close. So I can switch at any moment and go become vegan, vegetarian, etc. Um, but I do a vegan pasta. Okay. It is made of chickpea noodles or some type of vegetable noodle. For my meat, I use pecans or walnuts. Okay. That's kind of the base. I also make a vegan cheese out of cashews and nutritional yeast. Um, my cookies, almond flour, just chocolate chip cookies made with almond flour, coconut oil, no butter. I also make some granola bars as well as no butter. Um, I use flax seeds and almond flour and oats and some other ingredients, natural ingredients. What else? Vegan tacos.
Oh
As far for
wow.
my yeah, for my meat, I use like I say, pecans or walnuts. That's my meat. I season it as if I'm seasoning meat. I use my vegan cheese for the cheese for my taco, and of course, I wrap that in some romaine lettuce. Um, it's different things, different things.
Wow, that sounds. See, if I could have a menu of items that I can eat on a regular basis, then I probably would eat more healthier. But it just seemed like I'll run out of ideas. But there's so many things that we possibly can eat, to eat healthy. But I have to do better because I want to live a longer life, and I haven't been doing well at all. But I want you guys to focus. Dominique, tell us about the event, the date. I already said the date, but just reiterate the date of the event, the location of the event, the time of the event, and everything that people are coming to the event, what they can possibly expect.
The event is again January the 27th at 2 p.m. at the Town Suite Place Hotel in Florence, South Carolina. And I think what they can expect is just straight transformation. Everything that falls under the umbrella of Hello Again and everything that we do, we try to do it in the spirit of excellence. Um, but you got to come with an open mind and an open heart to want to change. Because it's one thing, I think this year, it's one thing to think about changing, but it's another to actually have the desire to change. You got to want to. So if you come in with anything other than just an open mind and actually wanting to change, then it's time to stop wasting time. You shouldn't even come, in my opinion, because you got to want to do something about it. I tell our family all the time, our Hello Again family, and everything that we do, you got to participate in your own healing. You got to be intentional about it. And you got to change your relationship with, some of the ways that you've been thinking before. Change your relationship with yourself. And a lot of times where we go wrong is we don't take the time to uproot those old things, those old habits that we have learned prior. You got to unlearn some of those things. And like Corey was talking about the food, we think fatback, ham hocks, and all this other stuff tastes better than everything. But you got to change your relationship and change your mindset about it if you want to have longer life. And don't get me wrong, it tastes phenomenal, but
Yeah.
it's killing us at the same time. And also, it is suppressing your mindset. When you're that heavy, you can't think right. You don't have clear thoughts. So that's what this event is about, helping first dealing with the mind and the body, because they both go hand in hand. They are truly in a relationship. They are in a marriage. So you got to take vows with yourself and everything that you do to make sure that your commitment lasts, like anything else, in my opinion.
Now, when it
Mhm.
comes to your mind, especially when you're dealing with grief, as
Mm-hmm.
you know, the grief part comes in waves. Now, say, when people come out and they experience you and Corey, because I know that's going to be, I hope I'm able to make it, but I know this is going to be a great collaboration. But say that particular day they come out the event, they're going to be on a high, because I already know it's going to be an amazing event. They're going to be on a high with you and Corey together. That collaboration is going to be just beautiful. Now, how are they able to maintain it? Because, sometimes, because I know with me personally, I can have a good day on Monday, and Wednesday, I don't even want to get out of the bed. So what are some of the things that people can possibly do to maintain? Of course, grief comes in waves, but what are some of the steps that people can take to kind of stay on the up and up? You know what I'm saying? To kind of stay
Yeah.
positive so that they don't go under, to the point. Like I said, I have those days where I don't even want to get out of the bed.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, in my opinion, and I'm sure Corey can pick it back off this as well, and with his experiences of things, consistency is key. Even when you don't feel it, do it anyway, because you're gonna have more days when you don't feel like doing anything or being intentional about anything in the first place. That's just, you got to have realistic expectations. So one of the main key things for me is consistency, because I live like what you said, the grief comes in waves all the time. I don't always feel like um getting one of my books and reading it, or watching something positive on TV, or calling my support group. Like I said earlier, when we first came on, you get these feelings, and you go through these things where you just don't feel like doing anything at all. You're in a relationship with pain. That's been your constant companion. The downfall, the negativity, stuff come up all the time to interrupt your progress. So you just have to
Mm-hmm.
learn how to push through that, those particular seasons in your life, which most of the time seem like it's more of those than the good. But we just got
Mhm.
to flip the script, on our own lives, and surprise ourselves, and stay determined, stay consistent, and do it anyway. Because it's true what you feel. It is a fact that you may feel these things, but the truth is always what God's word says that you are, and that's, we're overcomers. We have the victory in all that we do. So that's where we come in at, from a practical approach as well as biblical solutions to help you maintain, because it's not my word that you should trust in, it's the word of God that you should trust in, and that's what we're going to be introducing as well.
Oh,
Absolutely.
wow. That was good. And Corey, anything you want to add?
So I would say also, stop trying to carry your grief by yourself. And that's the problem with so many people. They are carrying their grief by themselves, but you
Mhm.
have help. So my thing is, if you have a support group such as Dominique Hello Again organization, utilize your support group. But as long as you carrying this boulder, this heavy, this cumbersome load by yourself, it would always get the best of you. But have a friend you can lean on. Have someone that's going to help you when you're down. Have someone that's going to make you smile when you feel like the world is on your shoulder. So my main thing is two things. Number one, have an accountability coach. someone that's going to
Mhm.
help you when you're down, and stop carrying that load by yourself. If you're feeling grief or in depression or anxiety, if it's coming on you, call someone, not just anybody. Call the right person, because the wrong person will keep you down. So call the
Mm,
right person. Number two, here's my go-to. What is that thing that puts you on cloud nine? Is it singing? Go sing a song. Is it cooking? Go cook. Is it speaking? Go speak. They say, Cora, why do you speak with so much passion? Because I speak with so much passion because of my pain. So therefore, when I speak, I feel better.
mm.
Utilize the tools that you have to pick you up and stop trying to carry this by yourself. That's my two suggestions, my two opinions. It works for me. You don't have nothing to lose. Try it. Two things: accountability coach, and utilize that thing that you have within, or external music or whatever. Utilize something to help you, because if not, this thing called grief will kill you.
It's true.
Wow. It is so funny that you say that, Corey, because that was going to be my next question. You actually answered the question without me answering. You answered the question without me asking, because I was going to ask you both, how important is it to have the right people around you? And you basically summed it up. That is so important, because I was actually having a conversation with someone the other day. I am a very loyal person, but I
Mhm.
had to come to the realization that there are some people that I'm loyal to, and I'm so loyal to them that I'm disloyal to myself. And what I
Mm,
mean by that is the fact that I know that by having them in my life is hurting me, is bringing me down, is draining me. So
Mm.
why am I still being loyal to that person? And then sometimes in our mind, we're thinking, well, we have history with this person. I
mm,
can't just disconnect from this person because of the history. But you
mm,
have to realize at the end of the day, you have to self care and think about yourself. History or
absolutely.
not,
Mm,
seasons change,
mm,
people change, and we can't take everyone with us. I had to literally learn that over the past few months, because I was holding on to seasonal people that are not supposed to be with me for a lifetime.
mm,
Mm.
Oh,
mm.
y'all don't
Um,
understand that history. I'm like, but I,
Mm.
and and it just seemed like everybody that I have disconnected from, God has strategically placed someone in their place that's
Wow.
pouring into me. You know what I'm saying? Because my problem was I had people around me that was draining me, and I was the only person pouring. And you
mm,
can't pour from an empty cup. And when you're pouring from an empty cup, I was pouring out to other people and I had nothing to give myself.
Right.
So I had to understand that, Tori, listen, this person is draining. You're constantly pouring into them, and
mm,
there's no reciprocity. So
Mm.
reciprocity is very big for me right now.
mm.
If it's not being reciprocated, then I cannot. So Cora, you just confirmed what I was actually thinking. Oh my God, this has been good. And like I said, I listen, I don't want y'all to give out too much because I want people to come to the event. The event is on January the 27th. And Dominique, what is the location again? What is the name of the venue again? And what is do you know off the top of your head the address?
It's Town Suite Place Hotel in Florence. If you're
Mhm.
familiar with the old Toys R Us, the hotels are right behind it. The address is on the flyer. I don't have it in front of me, but if you take a look at either of our pages, you'll see the flyer on there. I know it's Hospitality Boulevard, but I don't know the exact numbers. But
Okay.
all the information is on the flyers.
Okay. And I'll actually repost the flyers as well. And I'll actually post the flyer up until that date. And what I'll also do, I'll actually re-air this podcast as well leading up to the date. So people are constantly reminded. And you guys are welcome to come back on if you have the time. The day is what the 16th. If y'all want to come on one more time, even if we gotta well, we'll talk about that off the air. So once we in the live, I want you guys to hang on so we can talk backstage if we need to schedule something else. But I will make sure I get the word out. But Dominique event, you got to support it because, like I said, Hello Again is always doing some amazing things. And Corey, like you said, because I've been here just briefly when I talked to Jace this past Sunday. He was just talking about what an amazing motivating speaker you are. So how do people reach out to you if they want to have you come speak, whether it's at an event or school or even, you know what I'm saying? How do they contact you in regards to that speaking engagement?
So definitely via Facebook, Corey Thompson, the all-purpose motivator. You can contact telephone number 803-394-7791 or my email, which is CoreyLT, that's CoreyLT @yahoo.com. Yes, I said it, Yahoo. That's right, you heard it, Yahoo. With that being said, it's better than Hotmail, but Yahoo, okay? So with that being said, if you need a motivational speaker, I do any and all events, any and all subjects. You give me a subject, and me, the spirit, will flow with it. Schools, colleges, I've been there, done it. Churches, youth groups. So if you or someone you know need a motivational speaker, let's connect.
Okay. And Dominique, I was going to ask you the question. I know Hello Again is centered around parents losing children,
Yes.
but will you also be open to, and the reason why I asked this question, because someone asked me, and I said, well, I'm actually going to have Dominique on the podcast. I'll ask her that I'll ask her when I talk to her on the podcast. One of the questions was if they lost a parent, could they reach out to you? Because they was like, well, I think it's just for children. I said, well, I'm gonna let her answer that. I don't want to answer that. So the question was if they lost a parent or if they lost a spouse, would they be able to reach out to you? It's just not geared, because I know the primary focus is on parents losing their children, but they also wanted to reach out to you from losing a parent, because they follow the organization and they love what you're doing. But they say, I haven't lost a child. I haven't experienced that, but I have lost a parent and I have lost a spouse. So they wanted to reach out. And I said, well, I'll ask that question once you come on the podcast.
Okay. Like I said previously earlier in the podcast, we have expanded it because we can basically what we're doing now, since it's so many people asking this particular question, we're using the same principles because they work, because it's the principles of God in general. His word work across the board. So we've expanded it. We've expanded it for people who have lost in general, but our main primary core focus is people who've lost children through adoption, illness, abortion, miscarriage, or just simply neglect, and you need to be restored. So to answer the question, yes, we will work with people who just lost in general. And also, I'm now I'm certified life grief specialist coach. So if anybody want to connect with me one-on-one and say, hey, I'm kind of shy, or I'm not really ready to publicly, talk about these in fellowships or events or anything like that, I will work with you privately. They can just inbox the Hello Again page, and one of our team members will respond, or inbox me personally, and we can put them on a schedule, to start their healing journey.
Okay. Well, I'm sure they're watching, so your question has been answered. And Dominique, I'll probably when we get off the podcast, I'll send you the information so you can reach out to them. And of course, when I see certain things on I'm not on there as much as I used to be, but there would be some things that I would see on TikTok and I would say, ooh, because I remember a couple of posts, I was like, you got to talk to my sister Dominique. And there was a young lady that I met on TikTok that lost a child. And I said, you know what, you got to reach out to my sister Dominique. So Dominique, I really appreciate everything that you are doing, not only for the family, the grieving family, but just me as being a genuine person. Like just loving me. I'm gonna say this publicly. Sometimes you got to give people their flowers. Now,
Mm.
publicly, I want to say thank you for being such a genuine person. Thank you for never, never, ever, ever switching up on me. Dominique is always the same. Everybody that knows Dominique, she's never going to change. So I just want to say I appreciate you, and I see you, sister. I see you. I see everything that you're doing in the community, not just for the masses, but just things that you do for me. Sometimes Dominique could just send me a text, and she has no idea how much I needed that text. I may have been having a bad day, and nobody knows it, but Dominique could send me a text, and it just seemed like my day is just so much better. So I just want to publicly say thank you for just being who you are as a person. And
Oh,
Corey, let me say, Dominique, because I didn't want you to cry. Let me say this to Corey before I forget. Corey, this is my first time meeting you, but I love your energy. Your energy is just, it's contagious. Listening to you, I feel like I can go conquer the world.
You can do it. Go do it. The world belongs to you. Go get it.
I love it. So I'm super excited about the event that's coming up. But Dominique, I'm sorry, I probably cut you off. What were you going to say after I said, after I gave you your flower? You were going to say something probably, and I cut you off. My bad. But I just want to make sure I let Corey know I love his energy.
I was just gonna say thank you. I appreciate that. I needed to hear that. I thank you.
Listen, everybody that knows you know that you are an amazing person. Definitely. And I'm gonna put up a couple of comments. Tia, she put the flowers up, and Charlene says, awesome. Jay says, great. What's up, Jace the Reacher? That's
My
what's
brother.
up. But I think it's so amazing to have, like, just, you two and Jace himself, Charlene, everybody that's commented, Kizzy, Tia, everybody that's commented. You guys definitely show that there are still, people are so quick to say there are no good people in the world. There are still some good people in the world. I see it in Dominique. I see it in now Corey. And like I said, Corey, I just love your energy. It's just so contagious. And Jace is one of those people too. I can say that the same thing about Jace. From the first time I met Jace, he has never been the same. The same person that I met, he's like that on and off. Because sometimes they'll present an image on social media and they're not that person. But you guys are the same on social media and I just really appreciate that. I really and truly do. And I'm gonna put up a couple of comments before we wrap it up, because like I said, I don't want you guys to give out too much. I want you guys to show up for this event on January the 27th, and it starts at 2 p.m. Is it from like 2 to 5? Is it 2 to 5, Dominique?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But you know what? I just got a feeling it may run over, because sometimes you just never know how the spirit is gonna lead. It may go over. It
Yeah.
Absolutely.
may go over, because I believe in just letting the spirit have its way. I truly believe in that. But
Yes.
let me put up a couple more comments before I let you guys go. Kizzy says, I too feel like I can run on and see what the end's gonna be. That's what I'm talking about, Kizzy. Kizzy, if you listen, and Kizzy actually experienced some loss recently, like back to back loss. So Kizzy, I'm gonna send you the flyer. If you can possibly come to this event, I hope that you're able to make it. It's not until the end of the month, January 27th. I would love for you. I know that you would benefit from it, because she's actually been dealing with a lot, and I know that she would benefit from it. So Kizzy, I'm gonna text you the information, because I would love for you to be there, because I know this will definitely be beneficial to you. And Tia says, amen. There is a remnant. That's what I'm talking about, Tia. That's what I'm talking about. And Kizzy also says, Dominique McNeil, beautiful woman of God. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And is there any closing words that any final thoughts that you guys want to say? And like I said, once we end the live, I want you guys to hang backstage for me a second. So I got something to say off the air to both of you. But Dominique, once again, give out the date, the time, location, And then also, once you do that, I want both of you to let people know how they can reach you, give out your social media handles, and any way that they can get in contact with you. Just to reiterate, just in case someone is just tuning in and they have missed that information, tell us about the event, the date, the time, location. Yeah, and then also the title. What is it called? What are you calling the event? Because I think I
It's
didn't say that.
it's okay. It's Healthy Mind, Healthy Body workshop.
Okay. And the date is
The date is January 27th at 2 o'clock at the Town Suite Place here in Florence, South Carolina. And I also want to say this. It may go over if Corey bring them granola bars. Y'all got to come taste these things. They off the chain. I'm serious. It is gonna go over.
Lord, listen, now I got to see what I can do. I got to make some, even if I can't stay, I want to at least try to come for a little while. Even if I can't stay the whole time, I'm gonna at least try to come. But we'll see. I'll let you know, Dominique, how that works. But Dominique, give out your how can people reach out to you, your social media handles, and also how they can connect with you? Because like you say, you are a grief, what is your title? Grief specialist or
I'm
grief
a
coach?
certified life coach. Yes, it's a grief specialist. You got
Okay.
it.
So if they want to reach it, if they want to reach out to you, give out your social media handles, emails, or whatever you want people to know so they may be able to reach. And then you never know, because you also have speaking engagements as well. Someone may
Yeah.
want to reach out to you for you, to speak, come out and speak as well. So give out that information. And when Dominique, when you finish, Corey, you do the same. Give out your information so people can contact you.
Okay. You can reach me via email. Hello again, D23@gmail.com. It's hello again, D23@gmail.com, all lowercase. Or you can reach me here on Facebook through inbox under Dominique McNeil McFarland, or you can reach me at the Hello Again inbox. And Hello Again too. That's our community page. If you haven't lost a child and you just want to know what we got going on in the community, our upcoming events, where I'm going to be as far as the itinerary for this year, or if you're interested in me coming to wherever you are for speaking engagements, book signings, bring my book, or anything of that nature, you can just inbox me through Hello Again too, or Dominique McNeil McFarland, and also through that same email address as well.
Cool.
Okay. And
And this,
also before you start, Corey, Dominique, I also want you to say, wait a minute, Corey, you froze or is it my internet? Everybody, yeah, the two of you froze on me. Okay. Before you start talking, Dominique, also, because a lot of time people also, another question that they ask, if they want to just donate to your nonprofit organization, say your ways that they can donate to your nonprofit organization. And also, once we end the live, also put that information in the comments, so if they want to donate, they can also do that at any time, because you help so many families when they go through that grief process. Because I was actually talking to someone that you helped in the past, and they said to me how much what you contributed to them, how much that helped them with paying a couple of bills.
Right.
So I think it's so important that people get involved and donate, because it's such an awesome nonprofit. So actually give out your Cash App, Zelle, and however they can donate, and then we'll move to Corey with his information. But give it, and also Dominique, make sure you put that information in the comments as well if they want to donate to your nonprofit organization.
Absolutely. Thank you. You can give $ Hello Again Dominique is the Cash App handle. You can make checks or money orders payable to Hello Again as well. And our P.O. Box to send those to is P.O. Box 12184, Florence, South Carolina 29506. 29506. Again, that's P.O. Box 12184, Florence, South Carolina 29506. For money orders and checks. Again, the Cash App handle is $ Hello Again Dominique.
awesome. So,
Okay. And Corey.
awesome. My turn. Well, it's this is all about Dominique, to be honest with you. I'm just honored support her. Ms. Tori, thank you for having us. Ms. Dominique, thank you. This is going to be great. But for me, I'm a motivational speaker. So if you need a motivational speaker, let's connect. 803-394-7791. 803-394-7791. Call me or text me. I speak at any and all occasions, all events. If you need a preacher, someone to come in and make it feel good, call me. Free. 394-7791. If you need someone to come in and talk to you about your health. Now, the way I do my health talks, I do it in a motivational way. So don't come and expecting a doctor. I can't give you any medicine, but I'm going to motivate you to take care of your health. Once again, lastly, 803-394-7791 if you need a motivational speaker. If you need someone to come and assist you with hosting or emceeing your events, call me. That's it. That's all I have for you.
That's what's up. Well, I enjoyed you both. And like I said, I'm actually going to re-air this podcast so that we can get the word out. And I'm also going to be sharing the flyer leading up to the date of the event. And like I said, I'm going to try my best to come, even if I, come for a little while. But it's like when Dominique has an event, let me tell you how I do. I always tell Dominique, Dominique, I'm going to come and show my face. But what ended up happening, I end up staying the whole time. So I'm a little nervous. I say I'm gonna come and say a little, but what's probably gonna end up happening, I'm probably gonna end up staying the whole time. So I'll let you both know for sure if I'm able to make it, because like I said, that same day is my mother's birthday. So I don't know what exactly we're gonna do just yet. So she'll be celebrating a milestone birthday. She'll be turning 70 on that day. So we got to see what we're gonna do for mama, but I know the event is going to be simply amazing because, like I said, you both are amazing individuals. So, and this is how I know it's gonna blow people's mind, because when you have a relationship with God you let God have His way, let me tell you how the power of God moves. Let Him have His purpose. It's like you tell yourself, move out of the way, less of me, more of you, God. And I know it's going to be powerful. So I know it's going to be a huge success. And like I said, I hope I'm able to make it. But if not, make sure you guys take some snippets of something. If I'm not able to, take plenty of pictures and some snippets so people can see what they miss.
Yes.
Because I already know, because I know it's gonna be good. But like I said, I want to hold up too much of your time, but both of y'all hang on so that I can actually talk to you guys after we sign out. And let me also put Tia put the PayPal, the Cash App, I'm sorry, for Hello Again up. Okay. So that's $ Hello Again, Dominique. And then Veronica says, say it again, let God have His way. Listen, cuz you already know how we do. We move out of God's way and let Him do what He gonna do. Because He gonna do it regardless. You know what I'm saying? Whatever God has for you, it is for you. There's nothing no one can do or say to steal what God has for you. So I need people to understand that. Not only am I talking to people that are out there listening, I'm talking to myself. Yeah. Can't nobody block what God got for you. Can't nobody block what God got for you. But you got to trust Him and move out His way. And that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying. So let me say this right quick. I got to get this off. I really feel like it's time for us to stop sleeping on ourselves. Don't procrastinate. If you feel that churning, that burning in your belly, that you need to do something, it starts with you doing something. So come to the event. It's free. You can't beat it. It's free. It's time to be intentional about your life, your health, your mind, your spirit. It's nobody else's fault but your own. But you got to get up. You got to do something. So don't let nothing hold you back, even yourself. If you feel like, man, I should be there. If you said that just a little bit in your mind, your thought process, it came that I should go, you should go. That's your sign that you should be there. So I just wanted to get that off my chest.
I'm glad you said that, because listen, I felt that, how they say, you felt that in the shanana. I felt that in my shanana.
Yes.
That's why I got to figure figure out what we're gonna do because I feel like I need to be there. I really do feel like I need to be there. So we're gonna see if we can possibly work it out. But once again, those of you that may just be joining, if you didn't catch the beginning, make sure you go back and watch the replay. Make sure you share this podcast because it was very enlightening. And I'm actually, like I said, I'm gonna re-air it as well. I may re-air. Matter of fact, I'll probably re-air it tonight. I'll probably do that, but I'll discuss that once we get off the air. But thank you so much, Dominique and Corey, for taking time out of your busy schedule for, making sure we get the word out for this event because it's going to be simply amazing. And I want to thank all of you out there. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. And as I always say at the end of each podcast, in this thing called life, we may go through many obstacles. We may bend, but don't you dare break. And always remember to keep the faith. We're out. You guys enjoy the remainder of your evening. Peace out, y'all.